project along Route 70. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me this hour is New Jersey State Senator James Beach. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, Jill. Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about how this pilot project would work. It involves wildflowers, but this stems from an idea that you saw along the Atlantic City Expressway.
Yes, during the spring, I was calling our Commissioner of DOT, Commissioner Simpson, several times a week saying, you got to get down here and cut the grass. And he kept saying, I'm doing the best I can, doing the best I can. But it just wasn't good enough. And then I recalled seeing the wildflowers along the Atlantic City Expressway. So I called down to Bart Mueller, South Jersey Transportation Authority, and I asked him about them. And he said that the wildflowers actually choke out the grass. They're much more aesthetically pleasing, and that they're good for the environment. So it's a win-win-win situation. So then I called the commissioner back and I said, listen, what do you think of this concept? And he said, well, let's try it. We'll see if it works along Route 70. So then we did reach out to Mayor Platt in Cherry Hill, and it's a real collaborative effort on a lot of people's part.
So let's talk about how this could potentially work as a pilot project. We're talking about the median strips along Route 70. The concept of wildflowers, they're pretty, but what does this mean in terms of the potential of cost savings, in terms of the reduction of man hours for mowing, and the reduction of gasoline and other fuels, and the reduction of some of the other costs associated with mowing? Well,
not only are we going to save money by all of the things that you mentioned, but we also are involving the community, and we plan to do this. For example, the Cherry Hill Police Department, their civic association, has donated $1,000 already for the purchase of all the seeds on behalf of Billy Walker Jr., the fireman that was killed recently. And with that, we are also going to have sponsorships. So we're hoping that businesses, meeting with the Chamber of Commerce, Cherry Hill and South Jersey, and letting them know that any businesses that are interested in sponsoring a section of the highway will put up a sign, Wildflowers, sponsored by the business name. So basically it's a win-win situation for everyone. It will save the taxpayers' dollars, won't cost anything to do this. And certainly would, we are the Garden State, and we are pretty much the gateway to New Jersey from Philadelphia. So I think that if this works, we can duplicate it many times throughout the region.
And you've worked to mitigate any safety concerns as well.
Yes, actually we're using a different flower mix than the expressway. The flowers we're going to grow are only going to be knee-high, so we won't be taking away any sight lines. And we think that it'll certainly, you know, we've worked with Cherry Hill Police, and we think that we've addressed all of the safety concerns.
Now, as we mentioned, this is a pilot project. Why start as a pilot project along Route 70? How are you hoping that this grows and continues?
Well, what has happened is we're a little late starting. We probably should have started and planted a month ago. But what we're trying to do is make sure that it works. There's different soils. The soil along the expressway is much more sandy. So we're going to experiment, and also wanted to thank elite landscapers from Berlin because they have volunteered their time to water and take care and maintain until the flowers are mature. So a lot of people have really come together to make this happen, and Mayor Platt in Cherry Hill jumped right up and said, yeah, let's get this done. So we are planning on starting the project in the next week or so.
All right, thanks so much. We've been talking with New Jersey State Senator James Beach. I'm Jill Horner.